Right, me and Ozzy are at Heath today, revisiting the Viking Cemetery. That's an old gateway or something. Look at that. Bowling field. Supposed to be a national monument. I was trying to stop you getting places. Is it because... here's the entrance, no sign of a bull. So it's obviously bullshit. But if you can hear that, I was just freaking out a bit. Right near a boarding kennel. You just hear all the dogs barking, bless him. Right, this is Heath Wood. Right, this is a rare chance to visit an early medieval funerary site with monuments. Quite rare places these are. So as I said, I'm here to revisit this unique site. There's evidence of Viking cremations, burial practices and the mounds dating from the 9th century. Oh, there's a bloody rabbit down there. Where? Hope it's not ill, it's alive. Whoop, there it goes. What was that, Ozzy? If I can get down low, you might be able to spot that there is mounds and dips. They're not as obvious as you'd like them to be, but they are here. So the site's covered in this dense woodland and some of it's completely covered by scrub. Look at them kennels going for it. Now this site would have originally been heathland, I reckon, with amazing views over the Trent Valley over there. Look at this. Dogs are freaking about, bless. What's that, rabbit, fox? It was Thomas Bateman who originally surveyed this site in 1855 and it was re-excavated in 1941. There's a shed in the middle of the wood, look. I bet it's for bird watching. If I crouch down, you can see a mound here, a large one. And some of them had what I think is sacrificial animal bones included, either for food offerings such as cow, sheep and pig, or companion animals like horses and dogs. Also found in the excavations was like dress accessories and weapons, sort of representing rich pie goods, and I reckon it suggests like a public open air spectacle, and I think the dead might have been transported some distance in some style, so it's very important. You know, the mounds were created by digging ring ditches, which obviously you can't see, and added the material from the ditches to the construction of the mines. I think it suggests that there were originally platforms for ceremonies, But curiously, some mounds didn't cover cremation piles or burials. So the precise function of these is unclear. But they do think it might have been that they did the cremations somewhere else and they got deposited here. They seem to be deliberately turfed over to prevent erosion as well. Nobody knows if they were marked in some way, or if the cemetery had a boundary and it was much larger. It makes you wonder if the site's a potential cemetery for the Great Viking Army of 873. It spent time in the area wintering at Repton, and there were many warriors slain at Repton Church when it was excavated. Yeah, and the contrast between these and those cremated at Heath may relate to different burial beliefs. Now, there is a theory that the mounds containing cremation burials were like pagan burial sites, but empty mounds might be like cenotaph graves constructed to commemorate those Vikings that were given Christian burials at Repton Church. Curious, that makes sense really, doesn't it? Oh, I just had a bloke come up to me and ask me what I'm doing here. Tell him I've come to look at the Viking burial grounds. He says, well, they're not here, are they? But they are. But you've got to stick to the path, apparently. More restricted access. Every time I go somewhere, you can go less and less. What's going on? It's a bit paranoid, isn't it? These signs were everywhere, stay on the path. Private. What's going on with these rich people? Well, this is getting a bit shit now. I've walked right to the end of the path, you can't see no mounds or nothing. There's all the rhododendron. That's going to be covering a lot, as I mentioned earlier. But you can't see it from the path. You can never go and see heritage these days. Historic heritage, it's ridiculous. Anyway, less ranting. Most of these pagan cemeteries were usually close to settlements and off or lay in sight of a settlement as groups of low mounds on poor agricultural land. And I think this is the only place where you can see such mounds of the Scandinavian Great Army from the 9th century. And you can't see that now. And a lot of people say that the conversion to Christianity, this often led to the deliberate obliteration of evidence of earlier grave sites. This could be why so few Viking burial sites are known in England. I'm going to have to apologise, but I'm going to continue my moaning for a little bit now I'm home. It seems, I don't know if it's since the lockdown, that many places that I've been going to for years, you suddenly can't get to. They put fences and barbed wire up and stuff. Was it a plan, or did he just take advantage of it during the lockdowns? These landowners and farmers seem to be growing worse. I mean, about 4 years ago, I went to Stantonby Dale in Derbyshire, and the place I go regular, the big long lay-by to walk the dogs, and I parked up, and a bit of my van was over this gate. But the gate, I'll show you a picture of it, was overgrown with brambles and hawthorn and stuff. Never used. It was rotten and rusted. And the farmer put his tractor in front of me, up tight, and a bulldozer or something behind me. And I couldn't move my van. And he said, well, you're blocking my access. It's never been used in years. What's that about? Yeah, I had to call the police, get him to move it. It was ridiculous. It got me thinking. I've been getting emails from the right to roam. This is what they say in Scotland, how it works. So in Scotland, the right to roam, formerly known as the right of responsible access, allows people to access most land and inland water for recreational and other purposes, as enshrined in the Land Reform Scotland Act 2003, provided they act responsibly. So in England, the right for Rome are trying to get the same laws for us because they're just taking everything away from us. So if anybody's interested in learning more about it, I'll put a link up to it. And if anybody else had similar problems, or is it just my bad luck? Yeah, leave me a comment and tell me about it. Be appreciated.